You are most likely never going to own any of the skins on this list. My name is Braden, and welcome to Valve Guides.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
CSGO is a game that thrives off of its skin market, and along with that, there are going to be rare and expensive items out there. And to get your hands on these items would be to make the most common CSGO player jealous. So hold your wallets dearly and let's get right into it. At number 10 we have the G3 Executioner STATTRAK Minimal Wear. The explanation of the reasoning behind how rare this item is pretty hard to explain, however I'm going to try my best. Basically, when you unbox an item in CSGO, the moment you click the unbox button, your skin, float, and everything is instantly determined. The whole animation dealio just adds suspense. The float of your skins can range between 0 and 1, and in the case of the Executioner, to get a minimal wear, the float value has to be between 0.14 and 0.149 repeating, which needless to say leaves your chances of unboxing one quite slim. On top of that, it is a mil-spec weapon, which means you cannot trade up to it, so the only way to get your hands on one is to directly unbox it or to buy it. And at number 9 we have the MP9 Bulldozer Factory New. This skin is a classic case of ugly but rare and expensive, and I don't see how anyone could see this as an attractive gun. However, it's really hard to get. Theoretically, I think you can get this gun in a drop, but that in itself is pretty much not gonna happen ever, but it might, you know, whatever. The best way to get this would be to trade up AUG Hot Rods or Negev Anodized Navies, and I mean, whatever floats your goat. If you're willing to do that, have at it. It's just an ugly skin, and in that situation, you're probably going to want a Glock Fade, so the MP9 might just be a disappointment. Number 8, a full blue M9 Bayonet case hardened. The infamous full blue case hardened knives. There happen to be a couple of these full blue case hardens, but the M9 Bayonet in particular has never been unboxed. Why, might you ask? Because the pattern image for the case hardened doesn't allow it to cover the entire knife. The best pattern we have seen to this point in time is this one. A lot of the skins on this list are skins that most people will most likely never have the fortune of grabbing just because of the sheer rarity or expense of it, but as of now, nobody will be unboxing this skin. Coming in at number 7 we have the Olofpass Scout. Olofpass, that time where Olofmeister used a 3-man boost to look over the map.
He sees them down there, straight headshot, they have no idea. Smith's looking confused and dazed, and it's gonna be a follow-up headshot. Olofmeister, you gotta be kidding me.
And this historical play was obviously played on Overpass, meaning the Overpass souvenir case was dropped along with it. Inside the case is the SSG-08 Detour. If unboxed, the Scout would have an LDLC and Fnatic sticker. Apply an Olofmeister sticker, and boom, you have yourself an Olofpass Scout. A factory new one of these sold for nearly 200 skins recently, and some even higher. Their rarity makes them extremely difficult to get your hands on, and not to mention they aren't really being traded around much. And at number 6 we have the AWP Dragonlore Factory New Souvenir. Of course, this weapon had to be on the list somewhere, and I'm sure you've all heard of the Dragonlore. It's one of the most popular skins in all of Counter-Strike, besides the Sand Dune, of course. As a covert skin, the chances that you're going to unbox this item are unbelievably low, not to mention that it's in a souvenir package, making it even harder to get your hands on in the first place. However, plenty have done it. Recently, before Valve put a stop to item duplication, Dragonlore duping was out of control. The prices were dropping rapidly and the CSGO community was outraged, especially those who own Dragonlores. Valve fortunately put an end to all the duplication that was happening and the prices stabilized, only allowing the souvenir Dragonlores to sit in the mere thousands of dollars. At number 5 we have the factory new M4A4 Howl. Everyone's heard the name, M4A4 Howl, that skin that was contraband because of copywritten art. Back in the day, when the Huntsman case was introduced to the game, among many of the skins that were added, there were 2 covert skins, the AK Vulcan and the M4 Howl. After some time, it was brought to Valve's attention that the artwork used on the Howl had been stolen. They changed the art and labeled every Howl as contraband. They also replaced it with the M4A4 Desert Strike, which sucks. This caused the price of the Howl to skyrocket, making it difficult to afford these days. As for stolen art, Valve has done a better job checking their skins after this incident. They have also stated that no other skin will be made contraband, adding even more demand to the Howl. Exploding its way into number 4, we have the factory new Souvenir Nuclear Threat. You see what I did there? Never mind, that's kind of screwed up. Nuke as a map is not played very often, and not nearly as much as other maps in the competitive scene of CSGO. So as a result, souvenir packages for Nuke are bound to be less common. Furthermore, as a result of this, the P250 and Tech 9 nuclear threat souvenir factory news are now rendered extremely rare. The only way to get your hands on them is to straight up unbox it or buy it. And as far as unboxing souvenir cases go, I always just find it too risky to open them up. It hurts my feelings. At number 3, we have the STATTRAK Doppler Black Pearl. Alright, so on the surface, this is like, okay, I can see how it's kind of rare, but if we take a look at everything that has to happen in order for you to actually unbox this weapon, it becomes quite evident that it's more than just a little rare. First of all, you have to unbox a knife, which in itself is hard to do on a limited budget, as most CSGO players have. So you have to unbox the knife. Then you have to have a Doppler pattern on the knife, which again is really not common. However, that is not it. Not only does it have to be a Doppler pattern, but it has to be a black Doppler as opposed to a sapphire or a ruby. If you add all these factors together, the likelihood of you owning the knife is not looking really in your favor. And at number 2, we have the factory new Souvenir Awp Pink DDPAT. Alright, so as for this skin, there's not much to say. To our knowledge, there's only 2 in existence. I mean, it's plain rare. In a game like CSGO where skins are now the main draw, if there are only 2 of a certain skin in existence, there's gonna be a lot of draw and demand for that specific item, making the Awp DDPAT Souvenir another skin you're most likely never gonna own. Coming in our number 1 spot, we have the STATTRAK factory new M9 Bayonet Ultraviolet. The factory new Ultraviolet is truly something to behold and a rarity to acknowledge. However, slap STATTRAK on that baby and it's a whole nother ball game. As far as we know, it has never been unboxed, which is pretty spooky in itself when you think about it. So as of writing this video, none of these skins are in circulation that we know of, and this is truly a skin that is likely not to be owned by anyone for quite some time. Until that day. Well guys, that just about does it. Do you own any of the skins on this list? Let us know in the comments below so that we can all feel bad about our own inventories. If you love the video, drop a like. If you want to see more videos like this in the future as they come out, subscribe. If you want to chill with me and some of the other members of Ultra Guides, join our Discord server. Some of these skins were actually suggested by a member on the server, Narapu. So, I mean, if you want to suggest stuff, you can totally do that. You can sub to our main hub channel, Ultra Guides, for more than just CSGO content, and that's it guys. Stay amazing, and I will see you in the next one.